Hey Scorpio, it's your girl Alex. Happy birthday. The first part of these readings will be a couple of shout outs to people who have left their birth dates, and then we will get right to your reading. If you don't like this part, just fast forward through. Ernesto, happy birthday. Aaliyah or Alia, happy birthday. Who else do we have? Thank you very much. My birthday is 10/28. Martha Rosario, happy birthday. Who else do we have? Darkest Dawn Tarot, your birthday is November 4th. Happy birthday. Felicia 1101, happy birthday. Jennifer, the Merry Widow, happy birthday. Sprite Enjoyer, happy birthday. Angelina Kenema, happy birthday. I think I nailed that. Danielle Williams, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Drippin'. Your birthday was the 23rd. And Julie Valleze, happy birthday. And last but not least, Anna Pierre. All right, happy birthday to everybody whose birthdays are already passed, that are the same day as this reading, and for future readings. I hope you guys are doing well. All right, let's see what we have for Scorpio. Scorpio. Special Scorpio. God angels. Yeah, let's get to it. Ooh, the World card. The Knight of Cups. Ooh. Nine of Swords. Five of Cups. Five of Cups been coming out in your reading a lot. Two of Cups. Okay. It feels like to me, right? These cuppers. Queen of Wands. And the Strength card. Oh, I wonder if somebody's insecure. Oh, wow. Anytime I see that Queen of Wands, I always think of, right? Because the Queen of Wands is gorgeous. She's gorgeous, darling. And I always think about insecurity, right? Because the Queen of Wands is a little vain. You know what I mean? A little, who is the word I'm thinking about? Narcissistic, narcissiso. Okay. So the World is completion. We got the Fool. That's interesting. So you got the first card of the Major Arcana with the last card of the Major Arcana. So that just kind of says someone wants to start over. They want to start a new cycle. I kind of feel like if there was any sort of disagreement or argument between you two in the past, it feels like someone is distraught over that, having a hard time getting over something that was done in the past. They keep replaying it. Yeah. This feels uneven, right? As I look at the Queen of Wands and the Leo card here, this is Aries, that's Leo. That kind of says to me that somebody has to be strong in the presence of someone who is attractive, right? If you got to be strong for somebody who's attractive, that kind of implies that, you could have someone you're dealing with, Scorpio, could have problems with your magnetism, your attraction, your sexuality, your sexual magnetism. They could be very jealous, very envious, very possessive. You know what I mean? And the Seven of Pentacles is almost like just kind of taking stock, trying to figure out what to do from here, right? Where are we going to plant these seeds? How are we going to play this? How are we going to get to the end goal? Which Ten of Pentacles is end all be all, having everything you want and wanting for nothing. Okay. You got the Ace of Wands, Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. So I got three tens. Yay. That's good. Okay. See, this to me is a bit of a ruse, because here, new beginnings, right? New beginning of the Fool, new beginning of the Ace of Wands, an exciting new beginning, being excited about the unknown, being, enthusiastic, happy, just kind of ready to get it going. But the nine of Swords and the Ten of Wands, it's like, are you lying? Are you faking the funk? Are you trying to fake it till you make it? And then right after the Ten of Wands is the Ten of Cups, Five of Cups, right? To me, I kind of feel like in order for you to be able to move on from something or someone, that whole allowing bygones to be bygone, right? Let bygones be bygone. You're going to have to practice that, right? You can't be like, hey, let's get back together. Let's go out. Let's commit. And then be like, and then still have grievances against this person. Scorpio, this Queen of Wands with this Moon card. Honey, somebody is mad at you. They are jealous of you. Angels just said vengeful or resentful. You know what this is? I'm hearing single white female, right? In other words, someone is jealous of how you are because they are not, right? They're jealous of you of being so bold and beautiful and dynamic and just, fantastic. But deep down, they wish they could be those things as well. Okay, that makes sense. I know. I prefer the Queen of Wands than the King of Wands, angels. Let's not get cute, okay? I don't want to see the King of Wands. Leave the King of Wands out of this reading if y'all don't mind. Five of Swords. Again, multiple fives. That's a Four of Swords, by the way. The Magician. Okay. The Hierophant. Page of Pentacles. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Page of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Woohoo! Justice. No devil, right? Second reading, Scorpio, where you don't have a devil. So, no, it's not like Beetlejuice. I can call it out as much as I want. If he's going to show up, it's because he's meant to show up. Okay. So, we have the World card and the Fool card. So something is wrapping up, something new is beginning. Four of Swords is, kind of taking some time out, resting your mind. But Four of Swords to an extent is also being a little closed-minded, right? Closed off to the world. Maybe some of you absolutely need to rest and recuperate from some sort of battle, argument, or situation with someone you're dealing with, whether mom, dad, sister, cousin, uncle, whomever. Somebody is having problems sleeping at night. Ten of Wands with the Magician. I feel like because they are struggling with asking what they want or struggling with communicating what they want to happen. Okay? Five of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Hierophant. So something happened in the past between you and this person. Someone's feelings got hurt. Ten of Cups, though, I kind of feel like it kind of feels like there were agreements on both sides to get to a certain goal, right? So as an example, hey, let's go to Puerto Rico or let's go to Amsterdam. It's like, cool. All right. Well, I'm going to start saving up my money. Me too. I'm going to request the time off of the work. Me too. Then maybe somebody reneged, right? Didn't necessarily communicate it the best that they could to the other person. The other person got hurt, felt some kind of way, felt a little betrayed. And now all of a sudden they're at odds. That's what this feels like. Okay. The Hierophant is wishing, praying, like spiritual advisor, right? So I kind of feel like there's a lesson here, right? Five of Cups, disappointment, pain, loneliness, depression. Ten of Cups. So it kind of feels like something was supposed to happen, and I feel like it was a realignment, right? So this happens so you can see something about someone else, right? It was almost like you had to take the L, the loss, or you were the one who had to get hurt so that your rose-colored glasses could be adjusted. Because with that Ten of Cups there, that kind of says to me that there is deep love here. There's deep love, there's long-lasting love, there was an intent for this love to last for a long time. But whatever this was that happened in the past that caused some sort of disappointment, that caused someone to an extent maybe to readjust, kind of readjust their vision of another person, or readjust their intentions. And with the Hierophant, that just kind of says to me that this was a part of your destiny. This is a part of their destiny. I do feel like if this had anything to do with intimate relationship, lovers, there could be sparse communication going on. But I kind of feel like you are about to get a message. You guys are about to kind of quote unquote talk this out. Page of Pentacles is kind of like a job offer. So if you think Page of Pentacles from a relationship standpoint, it's, hey, do you wanna, right? Hey, do you want to give this another try? Hey, do you want to try to work this out? Page of Pentacles is a grounded offer to kind of maybe get back to the simpler things, get back to the ground level, and start from there. Yeah, kind of feels like there could have been cheating going on, right? Have the Three of Swords. You guys know I don't like reading the Three of Swords as a third party. No, it's not cheating. It's not cheating. It's insecurity. It's vanity, right? It's insecurity. It's vanity. It's, hey, I'm not secure enough to date someone like you. Hey, you just got that new job, that new position. Now you make more than me. So I'm feeling a little inferior, right? Strength here, Five of Cups and Two of Pentacles. Okay. So whomever this person is who feels inferior, feels a lack of confidence, whoever this five is, right? Because again, I have the Five of Swords, the Five of Cups. Did I skip past the Five of Cups? I did. There's the Five of Cups again. So I have 3 5s here breaking down to a 6, which kind of says to me, you open with the world, you close with justice. Take some time out, regroup, right? Recalibrate. And I feel like this thing will level itself out and you guys can continue on the road to your destination. Why do I feel like I got 4 10s, but I don't? No, I don't, because I don't have the 10 of Swords. I got the 9 of Swords. That's why I feel like I got 10. I mean, four 10s. Okay. So the Two of Pentacles here is options and choices. It's like, listen, you can, be strong enough to heal, be strong enough to admit to whatever is depleting you. You could be strong enough to admit to that. Or you could keep it buried up inside, and then in another week, we'll be right back in the same position. Okay. So I do kind of feel like there is an opportunity in this particular reading for some sort of closure. Everybody say that on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Closure, right? It's funny. My solar plexus is like, yeah. Can you imagine if your chakras spoke? If they talked? Mine does, I guess. All right. So anyway, you're going to have a choice and an option. Somebody's going to need to take some time out to think about it, to think about, is this worth it? And I know it is. I know this is worth it. My angels just said, also notice all of the 10s are in one row. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. They're all in one row, right? So it just kind of feels like there's an opportunity again for something to be gone. It's just a matter of whether or not someone either is going to be accountable and reveal their shortcomings, right? Shortcomings are only short as long as you keep them to yourself. When you start airing them out, they don't become shortcomings no more, because now they're just out there to live and grow and evolve on their own. And if they're short evolving to me is long, right? In other words, short is on its way to long if it can evolve and grow. That ain't make no sense, but y'all get what I'm saying. Scorpio, you get me. So how many twos do we have? We have the Two of Cups. We got the Two of Pentacles. I thought I saw the Two of Wands. This is the Two of Pentacles. Three of Swords. 5, 4. So I only have 2 twos right now that I can see. Okay. So the Two of Cups, yeah, this is an option and a choice in a love situation. Am I going to stay? Can I recover from this? Is it worth it? Can I move on? Now, at the end of the day, you can move on. The question is not, can you move on? The question is, when you move on, will this person be there? Realistically. So in 10 of Pentacles with the Justice card kind of says, yeah, you can get back on track to your happily ever after. I just kind of feel like this is one-sided. I feel like this is because of one person. Angel said, is that the only queen? I don't have any kings. I have knights on the table, but I only have that Queen of Wands. So that kind of says, yeah, this Martian, right? Because the Queen of Wands is Aries for me. So this Martian, Aries or Leo, Aries cuts Aries is the sign that will cut their nose off to spite their face, next to Scorpio. Damn Martians, right? But I kind of feel like it's almost like, yeah, before you kind of do something drastic, take a chill pill, like assess this situation. That's what the Seven of Pentacles is, an assessment, performing an assessment, right? And then once that assessment is completed, we start over, right? We get rid of the burdens. We focus on happiness. Let's reveal and talk and express, any sort of pain, hurt, resentments, vindictiveness, anything like that. That's the only way we're going to get to the finish line. 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords, thinking somebody could go ghost. The Magician, the Hierophant. To me, it's almost like the parameters of what all you can do, or what tools, and somebody could feel like their shortcomings is what I heard again. Page of Pentacles with the 3 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. So there's an option on the table to reveal the deep pain. Somebody's keeping their pain close to their chest. They're not telling you all the truth, Scorpio. They're not telling you all what bothered them. They're not telling you how you hurt them. But I kind of feel like one or two things can happen. Either they can reveal what happened and give you an opportunity to either explain and apologize, or they can keep it to themselves, get sick, get some sort of disease, take it with them to their grave, on their way to happily ever after. And I don't think that's the best approach, not just because of sickness, but because, again, anything internalized is gonna come out, right? Like, oh, I don't like that, what you said to the waiter when we went out. Oh my God, insecurity. Oh, all right, I gotta go now. I can't make this up. Work through your fears. Personal readings are open, by the way. The link is in the description. A fiery climax approaches. Is that Aries? It sure is. Aries full moon. This is the new moon in Scorpio. There's Mars right there. Work through your fears and a fiery climax approaches. Somebody could express to you your commitment is being tested. Yeah, I'm telling you. Something happened that hurt someone at a core level. Okay? And the nature of what happens to this relationship is solely going to depend on their ability to express their level of hurt. Oh, bring love into the situation. Angels just said vulnerability. So Scorpio, I don't know if this is you. I don't know if this is somebody you're dealing with, but it's almost like the universe is trying to close out a cycle. But before the cycle can be closed, I feel like these 10s have to be addressed, right? Especially the 10 of Wands sitting with the 9 of Swords. So whatever someone is holding on to, they're stressing out the relationship, stressing you, that's what needs to be discussed. Okay. Now my angels are saying, and please pay attention to this message because it's huge. Okay. So the example, oh, I don't like how you winked at the waitress. Or I don't know. It kind of felt like you were flirting with the waitress. This is the assumption that the person calling them out is the one who's insecure. Now, the message from my angels is flirting with the waitress is not the core issue. The core issue is this person's insecurity. Okay. So whether it was flirting with the waitress or, over helping your sister or brother or whatever it was, the issue is insecurity. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much. Happy birthday. I'll see y'all boo-boos in the next one. I love you. Bye.